Good night, viewers. Here are tonight's headlines. Police have issued noise nuisance warnings to bars and entertainment establishments in Regions 2 and 3, while President Ali honors the legacy of Sir Shridath Ramphal. In a surprising development, the Home Affairs Ministry confirms that there have been no extraditions in 2024, as fugitives have voluntarily returned to the U.S. Additionally, a friendship man is set to be sentenced for manslaughter next Tuesday, and police are seeking 24-year-old Cruz Bevany for felonious wounding. Tragically, a 76-year-old pedestrian has lost their life in a fatal accident in Virgin. Lastly, former Assistant Police Commissioner Paul Slowe has dismissed the latest allegations against him as a smear campaign. Stay tuned for more updates on these stories. Former Assistant Police Commissioner Paul Slowe dismisses latest allegations as smear campaign. Retired Assistant Police Commissioner Paul Slowe has strongly refuted the latest allegations against him, labeling them as part of a smear campaign orchestrated by the Guyana Police Force, GPF. The accusations claim that Mr. Slowe has once again violated the Sexual Offences Act in connection with a woman involved in an ongoing court case. Mr. Slowe, who has been a vocal critic of both the government and the GPF, stated that he was neither questioned nor detained by the police, nor was he asked to participate in any confrontation with the accuser. He first became aware of these new allegations through a police statement. In response to the report of the alleged breach, the GPF announced that, in collaboration with an overseas counterpart, an investigation has been launched. The police indicated that legal advice would be sought regarding potential charges. The GPF further accused Mr. Slowe of exhibiting criminal behavior on social media, citing his alleged malicious attacks on the female victim. They claimed that his actions have caused the victim further trauma and are contrary to the intentions of the Sexual Offences Act. The police described his alleged utterances and attacks as a clear breach of the act. Mr. Slowe has a history of legal battles related to sexual misconduct, having been charged on October 18, 2021, with 3 counts of sexual assault against a female. These charges are still pending in the magistrate's court. Friendship man to be sentenced for manslaughter next Tuesday. Zibian Williams, a 24-year-old former resident of Friendship, East Bank Demerara, will learn his fate next Tuesday, September 3, 2024, at the Georgetown High Court, where he will be sentenced for the unlawful killing of Joshua Ferdinand in December 2021. Williams, who pleaded guilty to manslaughter, appeared before Justice Zamila Ali-Sipal on Thursday. The court heard impactful statements from the victim's mother, as well as reports from a prison welfare officer and psychiatrist. Submissions were also made by both the prosecution and the defense. The tragic incident occurred on December 20, 2021, when an argument at a shop in Friendship escalated, leading to the fatal confrontation between Williams and the 23-year-old Ferdinand. After being pushed into a trench during the altercation, Williams emerged and fatally stabbed Ferdinand twice. Despite efforts to save him, Ferdinand was pronounced dead on arrival at the Diamond Hospital. During Thursday's hearing, the victim's mother delivered an emotional impact statement, describing her son as loving and peaceful. She expressed the profound and ongoing grief that her family has endured since the incident, particularly around the Christmas season. This is still affecting us after all these years. Christmas has never been the same for us, she said, urging the court to impose a harsh sentence on Williams. The court also heard from the prison welfare officer, who noted Williams' good behavior and participation in rehabilitation programs, including anger management classes. State prosecutor Padma Dubraj argued for a starting sentence of 25 years, citing the severity and prevalence of unlawful killings in society. She emphasized the violent and unjustified nature of Ferdinand's death, and the need for the sentence to serve as a deterrent to future offenders. Williams, when given the opportunity to speak, expressed remorse for his actions, stating that he was hurt and sorry for taking a life while under the influence of alcohol. He asked for forgiveness from Ferdinand's family and pleaded for leniency from the judge. In a plea for mitigation, defense attorney Ronald Bostwick highlighted Williams' early guilty plea and acceptance of responsibility, which spared the need for a lengthy trial. Bostwick argued that Williams had been attacked while hopelessly drunk, and urged the judge to impose a sentence that would allow his client to eventually contribute positively to society. The sentencing hearing will continue on Tuesday, September 3rd, when Justice Ali-Sipal is expected to deliver the final sentence. Fatal accident claims life of 76-year-old pedestrian in Virgin, East Bank Essequibo, the Guyana Police Force, GPF, is currently investigating a tragic accident that occurred last evening, Thursday, at approximately 19:30 hours on the public road at Virginogan, East Bank, Essequibo. The incident resulted in the untimely death of Eaton Levins, a 76-year-old resident of Lot 7 Virginogan. The accident involved a motorcar, bearing registration number #PPP3346, which was driven by a 27-year-old resident of Zeelugt North, East Bank, Essequibo. According to initial inquiries, the vehicle was traveling eastward at a high speed along the northern side of the public road when it collided with Mr. Levins, who was attempting to cross the road from south to north. The impact of the collision caused Mr. Levins to fall onto the road, sustaining severe injuries. The driver of the motorcar immediately transported him to the Leonora Cottage Hospital, where he was examined by the on-duty doctor. Unfortunately, despite receiving prompt medical attention, Mr. Levins succumbed to his injuries. The body of the deceased has been transferred to the Ezekiel Funeral Home, where it is being held pending a post-mortem examination. President Ali honors the legacy of Sir Shridath Ramphal. President Dr. Irfan Ali today paid tribute to Sir Shridath Ramphal, following the announcement of his passing. In a heartfelt statement, the president described Sir Shridath as a giant among men, whose death signifies the end of an era not only for Guyana but for the entire Caribbean and the Commonwealth of Nations. President Ali highlighted Sir Shridath's extraordinary contributions, noting his unwavering dedication to Guyana's territorial integrity and sovereignty. He lauded Sir Shridath's tireless efforts before the International Court of Justice and the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, UNCLOS, where he defended Guyana's interests with unparalleled devotion. For his exceptional service, Sir Shridath was awarded Guyana's highest national honor, the Order of Excellence. Reflecting on Sir Shridath's international influence, President Ali emphasized his pivotal role as Secretary-General of the Commonwealth, where he stood as a beacon of justice, courageously opposing the injustices of apartheid. Sir Shridath's legacy as a defender of the oppressed and a champion of equality will be remembered as a cornerstone of his distinguished career. Beyond his contributions to the Commonwealth, Sir Shridath's impact was deeply felt across the Caribbean. President Ali noted his relentless commitment to regional integration, particularly his leadership as chairman of the West Indian Commission, which revitalized the Caribbean's role in global negotiations during the post-Cold War era. Sir Shridath Ramphal was more than a statesman, President Ali remarked. He was a gem of Guyana, a towering figure in the Caribbean, and a respected leader in the Commonwealth. His loss is deeply felt, but his legacy will continue to inspire generations to come. On behalf of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, President Ali extended his deepest condolences to Sir Shridath's family, friends, and the countless individuals whose lives were touched by his remarkable work. He assured them that the nation stands with them in mourning the loss while celebrating the life of a true legend. Cruz Bevany, 24, sought by police for felonious wounding. East Coast Demerara, Guyana. The Guyana Police Force is actively seeking the public's assistance in locating Cruz Bevany, a 24-year-old male, who is wanted in connection with a serious felonious wounding incident. The offense took place on March 10, 2024, in Plaisance, East Coast Demerara, ECD. The victim of this crime has been identified as Frederick Ki-un. Cruz Bevany is last known to have resided at Lot 44 Sparendam, ECD. His current whereabouts are unknown, and the police are urging anyone with information that could lead to his arrest to come forward. Public appeal for information. Members of the public who may have seen Cruz Bevany or have information regarding his whereabouts are asked to contact the nearest police station or reach out to the Guyana Police Force through the following numbers: 227-1149, 225-8196, 227-1611, 226-3405, 225-6978, 333-3876, or 225-8196. Your cooperation is vital in ensuring that justice is served and the safety of our communities is maintained. No extraditions in 2024. Fugitives voluntarily returned to U.S., confirms Home Affairs Ministry. The Ministry of Home Affairs has issued a statement to clarify recent reports regarding the return of several U.S. fugitives to the United States in 2024. Contrary to claims made by an online news agency, the ministry confirms that there have been no formal extraditions to the U.S. this year. The confusion appears to have arisen from the voluntary return of several U.S. citizens, who are under investigation by the Guyana Police Force for serious criminal offenses. These individuals opted to return to the U.S. on their own, rather than face the possibility of deportation from Guyana. Among those who returned are Quincy Patrick Hines, Wanted for significant drug trafficking charges, Hines departed Guyana on May 11, 2024. He was charged in New York in 2019 for conspiracy to import and distribute cocaine. Hines had evaded capture by fleeing to Guyana after posting bond. Rakeem Antonio Gilgers, sought in Maryland for his alleged involvement in a tragic shooting on July 4, 2024, which resulted in the death of a child and injuries to others. Gilgers left Guyana on July 31, 2024, after an intensive manhunt following the incident. Ravindra Dharamjit, accused of manslaughter and criminally negligent homicide in New York City, Dharamjit chose to leave Guyana on August 13, 2024. His charges stem from a 2019 case involving serious criminal conduct. The Ministry of Home Affairs emphasizes that these returns were not the result of formal extradition requests. Extradition is a legal process that requires an official request from one government to another, a step that was not taken by the U.S. authorities in these cases. This clarification is intended to correct any misunderstandings and ensure accurate reporting on matters of public interest. Police issue noise nuisance warnings to bars and entertainment establishments in Regions 2 and 3. The Guyana Police Force has recently intensified its efforts to curb noise pollution in Regions 2 and 3 by issuing noise nuisance warnings to several bars and entertainment spots. This initiative is part of a broader campaign to ensure compliance with noise regulations and maintain public order. Assistant Commissioner Mahendra C. Nareen, Commander of Regional Police Division No. 3, led a team on Tuesday in visiting various entertainment establishments and supermarkets across the region. During these visits, proprietors were issued written warnings concerning noise pollution and the legal framework governing noise nuisances. The proprietors assured the police commander and his team that they would adhere to the warnings and work to mitigate noise issues. In a similar operation, Superintendent Kemraj Shivran, Regional Commander for Division No. 2, spearheaded a team on Tuesday, visiting several business establishments along the Essequibo coast. The establishments visited included Sawaya Club, Elevate Club, Lolo Bar, Gus Club, Buju Sports Bar, Jagdesh Bar, and Ajuya Supermarket. During these visits, the commander met with the owners, operators, and proprietors to discuss the impact of noise pollution and noise nuisance originating from their premises, which had prompted complaints from the public. The commander also took the opportunity to educate the bar owners and operators about the Music and Dancing Licenses Act, Chapter 2303. According to the Guyana Police Force, all proprietors and operators visited expressed their willingness to cooperate with law enforcement and comply with the law. The Guyana Police Force remains committed to addressing noise pollution and ensuring a peaceful environment for all citizens.